Good morning, my gorgeous souls. Happy to have you here at the channel today. We have a gorgeous kind of aqua, green, blue inspired reading for you. I just feel really happy looking at this. Hopefully you're enjoying that. The aesthetic, the vibe today, love it. We are going to be doing another spirit focused reading. This is what Source most wants you to hear, what you most need to know, be aware of. These are just the messages from Spirit that need to come through for you. So what I love about this is anytime that we give, Spirit an open channel sort of to speak in terms of what they want to communicate with you, I feel like that's when the most authentic insights, what you most truly need to see, hear, be made aware of, that's when that clarity can truly come to you. So really wanted and felt guided and inspired to bring this particular one to you today. We just did a February reading yesterday, which was, really lovely about what you can expect this month. The reading prior to that was on releasing blockages because we did just have the 2/2/22 portal activation. So a lot of big energies coming up, obviously, with the recent 2/2 portal, with Valentine's Day, with big loving energy surrounding this month of February, which is when this reading is being recorded. And I just thought, why not also tap in now, connect with Source once again directly for those messages on what you most need to be aware of during all of these big energetic shifts taking place. So hopefully you enjoy. We've got, of course, lots of Oracle we'll be using, 3 piles today, 3 tarot decks for you. First, we have the Wandering Star Tarot. That's going to be with the Amazonite. We then have Journey of the Sacred Bee with the Selenite Heart. And we have the Pacific Northwest Tarot for pile 2, Journey of the Sacred Bee. Pile 3, the Aeipathy with the Pacific Northwest Tarot. Go ahead and reflect over whichever deck is drawing you most or whichever crystal calls to you most. I will see you over at your pile for your reading. Pile 1, good morning. You chose the Amazonite Palm and the Wandering Star Tarot. Today we're going to get right to it. We are asking Spirit to just bring forth whatever messages you most need to hear, what you most need to be aware of right now. This can pertain to anything, any area of life. I originally was feeling really inspired to read specifically on whatever your biggest blockage or barrier is right now, your biggest burden. I may do a separate reading for that. I'm not too sure, but maybe because I was kind of in that energy today already, that some of that will come out in this reading. I figured, this is a good reading to do. It just keeps it a little more open. Maybe you're not having a whole lot of burdens. Maybe life's going pretty well. So I'm just, wanting to let Spirit have its open channel, communicate with you whatever it needs to, whatever it most wants you to know. We're going to be starting with tarot, of course. We're going to get some oracle for you. We'll get guidance. We'll do all the things. So go ahead, set your intention. You're ready to open yourself to receiving these messages as they present today. Also, go ahead and select a sign. You guys know the drill. That can be a person, place, an object, a name, a number, a tarot card, anything that's significant and relevant to you that'll help affirm the messages as being true for you, that you can take them in. Anything that will be significant to you. And let's get started. Pile 1. What does Source most need you to know right now? We have the World. Let's just get her in a good spot. That's good. Excuse me. It's early in the morning. You get my morning voice. 8 of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. And the 6 of Swords. Clarifying this energy. For the World, we have Strength. The 8 of Pentacles, we have the Hermit. Knight of Wands, we have the 8 of Wands. Big messages coming through already for you, pile 1. A lot of big energy. Judgment for the Ace of Pentacles and 6 of Swords for the 5 of Swords. Interesting. Overall energy of the reading is the Queen of Wands. We'll just set that right there. go ahead and pull some Oracle as well. I have the Enchanted Map Oracle from Colette Baron Reed. Love her. We have number 46, Coming Apart, which is a number 10, right by the world. So definitely some type of an ending. There's some shifting currently taking place, moving forward. Number 2, Gentle Gardener. And from the Healers of the Earth Oracle, Caught in Her Web. And Tea of Transformation. Okay. So, can we see all of these? Mostly we can. These two right here aren't fully in shot, but we'll discuss them when it's time to in the reading. Okay, so pile 1, what does Spirit Source most want you to know right now? So there is a huge ending that has been sort of taking place for you. I think that there's been a big shift coming with this world energy. You know, the keywords here say completion, reward, success. You know, it is feeling like it's a happier ending, but it's something that also with every, you know, kind of cyclic change, as is the nature of life, energy is ever evolving, ever changing. Even though this is a happy ending or something that, you know, could very much be resulting in a culmination of success for you, it also feels like something that's slightly bittersweet. We have here the eye, which to me is representative of the crown chakra, of higher learning and wisdom, intuitive connection, kind of waking up and seeing things clearly. We have the star, the sign of hope, obviously, optimism, faith. We have the heart, which is unconditional love. And we even have the triangle, another nod again to the crown chakra and to just this idea of like clarity, wisdom. We also have the snake, indicative of transformation. So there's been a lot of shifting and changing going on for you currently. Strength, you know, Source wants you to first recognize just how, you know, courageous and strong and measured you've been throughout these changes. You've handled them with grace is what I'm hearing. This could be related to a practical matter, specifically work. I do feel as though you could be making a very significant lifestyle change. So when we have Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Hermit, again, the Hermit being sort of a nod to spirit, spiritual work, kind of leaning into intuition, introspecting, taking time to reflect, being on that soul's journey, that soul's call. I do feel like you are waking up to a higher purpose. Perhaps you were very much caught in like the, you know, standard 3D matrix that we say, which is the 9 to 5, which is the very egoic sort of attainment of material wealth and abundance, and not so much something that's fulfilling at the soul level. But with having Hermit here, having the world, even strength, all of this is indicative and kind of giving me the impression that there is something very big waking up within you that's kind of giving you more, there's healing indicated here as well, but it's giving me this, like, again, this vibe of intuition coming to light, spirit kind of waking you up, having you come into awareness about your soul's path or purpose. We also have, interestingly enough, card 10, 4 and 6 reduces to 10, Coming Apart. I always see a heart when I look at this card. It's not a heart literally at all. It's like mirror images of self. She's put together. On one side, though, she's in the dark. As you can see, her hair or these ribbons are covering up her face, her eyes. She's not able to see. And then on the other side, she is able to see, but she's also, as you can tell, keeping her eyes closed and not entirely looking, refusing to look. Is that focusing for you? I hope so. You know, so this is giving me the sensation that there is something huge going on in your life, some big shifting, some recent awakening, something that you're not entirely comfortable with. We have the Knight of Wands energy clarified by the Eight of Wands. This is fast momentum. This is forward movement. This is something quick, exciting, possibly impulsive, but mostly just divinely inspired. And it's brought for you, or is bringing in for you, a new beginning. You may still be in this, I'm hearing, planning phase, introspection phase, discovering sort of what is next for you, where your soul is called. We also had Queen of Wands as the underlying energy for your reading. The Queen of Wands is the Queen of Spirit. She's the most in tuned. And as you can see, She's got that same eye of awareness and clarity of spirit above her head. This is someone who's tapped in, tuned on, connected to source, ready and in receiving mode for whatever presents. There's going to be big momentum shifting for you, pile one. If it hasn't already happened, it's on its way. Source is wanting to affirm for you that there is a really, really big shift. You've had a good closeout to something. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at what that is. What is closed out for pile one with the world, or what is that world energy referencing? Can you give us some insight on that, Spirit? So we've got the Seven of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. So another 10, lots of 10s coming out. The world energy, all of completion, of endings, of, cycle changes. What it's looking like is that there was something that kept you stuck. I feel like there was some resistance. There was some unwillingness to move forward. There was, a very firm foundation in place. I'm seeing the 10 of Cups here. It could relate to a family matter, or just, again, a very stable, emotionally fulfilling situation, something that you really were content in. So much so, Four of Pentacles, though, that it had you sort of feeling so deeply rooted, so grounded, that you were not continuing to move forward. There was a stagnancy. There was a resistance. There was not this big forward movement, like Source is saying, that is coming for you. Good news, travel. We have flow, intuition, fire. This is inspiration. This is taking charge. This is coming back to life, literally. I think that you were content, pile one, but there wasn't a whole lot of, excitement. There wasn't a whole lot of passion, of fire. Your fire had kind of been dulled or snuffed out slightly. Now you're coming apart. You're feeling how your life is maybe sort of coming apart at the seams in some ways. And yet it's, again, bittersweet, because I think it was a happy ending or a successful completion of some sort. It wasn't a tower moment. I'm not feeling that. But whatever it is, obviously made you very comfortable, made you very content and happy. And the fact that that has ended does make you just feel like, you want to hang on a little bit. You're a little, even look at her in this Strength card. Is that a tear? Maybe it's a birthmark, but she does look a little sad to me. This is a melancholy sort of a feeling. Again, just bittersweetness. It's like it's good. It's good for you. This is a wonderful stage in your life where you are, again, coming into your own, discovering what lights you up, what is going to set you on fire and propel you into this new beginning of the Ace of Pentacles. Judgment also is another, it says literally awakening, assessment, acceptance. So I think you are still in the processing phase, the acceptance phase, pile one, in terms of whatever is coming to an end for you. And you're being very gentle with yourself right now with this Gentle Gardener card. And you can do that. We have all of these, looks like fairies, that are just sitting on these eggs, which are incubating. We've got Mother Spirit, Mother Earth looking down on all of this, potential, this prosperity, this abundance that's yet to awaken and kind of come to life, but it is on its way, pile one. So you are just in that sort of incubation, that hibernation phase still. That's also indicated by the Hermit, but there is going to be a huge shift for you. Something very welcomed, very positive. It's going to provide a new beginning for you, and you're going to be moving on with the Six of Swords from some, also prior tension, prior difficult feelings, maybe chaotic situation. It also indicates conflict on this card, upheaval, loss. So something that was a little bit uncomfortable. And again, we have a snake, just like on the World card. So more transformation indicated for you. I do think that whatever this Five of Swords relates to, caught in her web, manipulation, drama, intrigue. There's definitely been some sort of drama. Again, I don't think it was primary to this whole event of endings. I think that what you are currently undergoing and closing out and completing has served you, and you feel like it's time to move forward. It's just, whatever this manipulation, this drama, dramatic, chaotic energy is, it could be separate. It could be slightly related to this. It's not coming clear to me with that, but regardless, it's looking like that's something you've definitely been moving forward from. You're closing out cycles of things that, just feel ready to to move past. I think you're outgrowing sort of your old paradigm. Again, when we had reference with the Eight of Pentacles to being caught in the matrix, this can also be self-deception. This can be not having an adequate picture or perspective on our priorities, on what's most important in life. And for you, well, for everybody, but really for you, pile one, you are awakening and coming into sort of your more sourcely vibration, tapping in and connecting deeply with spirit and understanding where your soul purpose lies. So we also have yet more transformation with the T of Transformation card, T of Transformation card, healing, remedy, and positive change. So everything is looking up from here, pile one. Six of Swords is moving on from difficulty and tumultuous times into more calm, more ease, more peace. There is some really, really beautiful energy presenting here today. I want to see what this Ace of Pentacles is, though, for you. What is this Ace of Pentacles opportunity? The Star, how beautiful is that? Hopefulness. Oh my goodness. The Empress. Yes. Beautiful, abundant energy for you. And the Page of Cups. Yes. This is a renewed sense of love and zest for life, vitality. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the 10 of Wands and we also have the 3 of Wands. This makes me think that you've been on hold for quite some time. Again, I think there was complacency. While this served you or made you happy, there was a lot of stagnancy that was taking place. This wasn't, serving you anymore. It sort of had run its run. It had outlasted the course of what it was meant to do for you. And it was sort of like you needed a divine push in order to move you past this. You were held back. Traditionally in the 10 of Wands card in tarot, we see it's somebody who's carrying a lot of wands on their back or they're holding them. And it's, it's a sense that the person could put down the wands at any time if they would wish to, but they're not because they have, this sense of duty. They're going to carry that burden. It's a sense of resiliency and not giving up. But in this card, this is actually somebody who's being held back and restricted by this 10 of Wands card. And it even says burden, demands, and overload. So there is definitely something that held you back in a tangible way for quite some time. And you've just been waiting, planning. It was almost, I'm getting like a sense of fantasy, like, well, if this could ever take place, if this new beginning, if this wonderful, you felt lit up, if this new beginning, this wonderful shifting and awakening could happen, if my life could really look like this, that would be amazing and wonderful. And I would love it so much, but I don't know. So you sat back, you observed, you planned, you sort of philosophized, even I'm hearing, you gave a lot of energy to shooting off those rockets of desire, to coming, to a point where you have all of these big dreams, all of this inspiration to act, and it was just a matter of getting free in order to be able to do that. So Source is here to tell you that, coming out of this big cycle, there is definitely something huge coming for you. What else does pile one need to know, Spirit? What else do you want them to know? We have Temperance. We have the Emperor. We have the Page of Swords, Ace of Wands, 2 of Cups, King of Swords, 5 of Cups, and 8 of Swords. I normally don't take all of those out, but they all fell out. They seemed important, so we're going to go with it. Temperance. So again, balance restored. Also a sign of hope, faith, like the star. Lots of stars in this card. More healing indicated as well. Moderation, guidance. So above all, Source wants you to know that you're always guided and supported. You have the ability to manage life, pile one, well beyond what you feel your capabilities are. I actually am seeing you in this Emperor energy. So somebody who, previously was someone who had lots of responsibilities or was in charge of a family or did have a lot of weight and burden, again with that 10 of Wands on their shoulders, but you handled it all with grace. There really was and is a very strong energy of grounding, of security, of control, being very measured, very practical. And this has served you, and it's fine that you continue to be in this energy. Just ensure, Source wants you to know as well, while it's important, to have ambition, to have this sort of resolve and resiliency to you, and this ability to be very practical and very stable and secure, you still want to embody that inspiration when Source and Spirit presents it to you. Ace of Wands here is about new beginnings, travel, and career once again is indicated as well. So again, we had that Eight of Pentacles energy come out for you previously. And that was, again, the idea of being tied to maybe those 9-to-5s, those matrix situations where we're caught in the egoic trap sort of the 3D world, you coming out of that and now having a more sort of divine beginning. I'm feeling once again a snake. You may have asked for a snake as a sign. There's really so many here. It's incredible. 1, 2, 3, at least 3 of them, if not more. So, you know, this to me is striking me as a divine new beginning, something that again lights you up, gives you that sense of inspiration, of divine guidance, pushing you forward, just feeling like, you know, you're ready for connection again. And this is not relating to love in this case. This is about literally harmony, partnership, and peace, as it says on the card. This is like the idea of coming back to life, coming back to self, and then being able to share that cup that you filled up with your own, you know, inner work, inner healing, all of this, you know, balancing and transformation that you've undergone. Well, now your cup is full once again, and now you can offer that to others in the world. Excuse me, knocking over my own cards. I'm just really jazzed up about this here. We have around his neck, it says love. So for me, this is giving your cup of love, your cup of energy of what you can give to the world. Source wants you to know you're now sharing that cup in service to others in the collective. So, you know, with the King of Swords here, I am getting a very strong mental component. But then with the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords, this is almost like to say you had thought that you were on the right track, perhaps, or you were thinking in your logical mind that there was a certain path you were to take, and that didn't end up working out for you. That ended up being sort of a dead end, I'm hearing, or trapped, frustrated. It didn't lead where it needed to for you, and it resulted in a feeling of loss and sadness. So again, that could be tying back to this world energy. So you had something that you felt really, you know, powerful about. You were ambitious. You were definitely feeling influenced and guided, or you thought so. You were really tuned in, what you believed, to your higher self and what you felt was your calling or what you needed to be doing. That's okay. But what I'm hearing is that it was very much in the mental body. Swords are about mental acuity, our, you know, our mental faculties, about our thoughts, about our mindset. And so you were very much in your mental energy and not so much tuned into intuition. This is why this, you know, endeavor, this project, or this area of your life that you were focused on and feeling that that was your guidance to go in that route or that direction. That's why that wasn't what materialized for you into what you were hoping it would be, and why there was that sense of loss or disappointment over that situation ending or not turning out as you had hoped. So with that, though, again, I just want to redirect your attention to that Hermit card. So there's lots of indicators of transformation here, of inner healing, of that introspection, of that tuning into spirit. You're really, really deeply connected right now, pile 1. That is the main message for you. You finally are on the right track. You're no longer stuck in like egoic thinking or in your mental body only. You're now like honing in on intuition. You are the Queen of Wands. Again, that was the whole energy belying this reading. You are in touch with spirit now. You are the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Spirit. And it's really coming in big that there is going to be a huge shift for you. Let's go ahead and ask what that's about. What is shifting for pile 1? Source, what do you need pile 1 to know? They're now connected with their intuition. They've escaped the matrix. What is it that they need to know about this shift that's coming? What can you tell us? The Wheel of Fortune. You can't get a more divine shift. The Hierophant, higher learning, again, connection to spirit. Ace of Cups being lit up. All of these aces, again, with that cup of love, you loving self, you attaining inner peace, you coming to this spiritual, you know, awakening that allows you to extend forth that love. And King of Cups embodying that love. Oh my goodness. And we have on the bottom of the deck the Mother Star card. Yes, I'm actually going to read that for you from the book. It is a card that is specific to this deck. I love it. It's also, of course, got the keyword yes. So it's a huge divine nod from Source that it's, you know, What's coming is big. It's going to be a huge hell yeah, as Esther Hicks says. Whenever you get this divine inspiration from spirit and it feels like 100%, this is what I should be doing. This is, a yeah all day long. You go with it. So she's really in her divine power. The Mother Star card. I want to read that to you so you can get an idea of what that message is that spirit is sharing with you. It says, the path has led you to where you are today. The path that has led you to where you are today has been full of twists and turns. There may have been times when you doubted yourself and lost faith in your guides. The Mother Star's appearance means you are coming to a place now where you can look back and see that every setback served a purpose and every failure taught you a much needed lesson. The Strength, and we had the Strength card come out for you very beginning of the spread. The strength, courage, and character you've gained along the way have made you into a unique and resilient person. It's time to step up and embody your full potential. The Mother Star holds a cup and a sword. She wears a pentacle around her neck and is flanked by wands. Her journey and soul exploration connect her in a balanced way to each suit of the minor arcana. And if she appears in a reading where you have a specific yes or no question, she represents a resounding yes. Her guide, the gentle three-eyed winged tiger, is also here to offer you assistance, vision, and strength as you embark on this new chapter of transformation. The quote associated with this card, according to the creator, is live the full life of the mind, exhilarated by new ideas, intoxicated by the romance of the unusual, by Ernest Hemingway. Could you get a more resonating card, more aligned with the whole theme of this reading? So this is your divine yes. This is source coming through to say all of your struggles, all of what you've, worked through, all of the strength that you've embodied thus far, it's about to pay off in a big way. You are finally on the right path, pile one. There is big transformation headed your way, headed towards you. So many indicators of transformation here. I think this big shift is just right around the corner on the horizon for you. Let's go ahead and get some guidance to close things off. Very, very exciting and inspirational and really, I think encouraging reading for you today, pile one. Guidance for pile one. Card 33, Peaks of Joy. And card 11, Balancing Act. And from the Priestess of Light Oracle, which I have not used on the channel before. Let's see how this goes. Sensuality, feminine wisdom, and passion. Idyllic times, the garden, paradise. This is the second indication of a garden of abundance. Setting boundaries, threshold protection, and honor. That's more strength energy coming through for you. And sacred gratitude, card 50, reverent appreciation and prayer. On the bottom, we have card 21, guide, the illuminated path. So I felt most drawn to this bottom of the deck card. Obviously, 21 reduces to 3. It's called guide, the illuminated path. It's lit up for you. You're lit up now, pile one. This reduces to Empress energy, obviously number 3, the number of creation, of collaboration, of just so much abundant energy that is on its way and headed right for you, pile one. You are on the fast track to so much manifestation. Stay in your power. Stay in this beautiful feminine energy, regardless of gender. People get hung up on that. Please don't. This feminine power, this divine feminine energy is just, wisdom, passion, emotional and intuitive receptiveness, being just very, very guided by spirit, not stuck again in that matrix energy. You have broken free. You are now being guided by spirit. It can let it and allow it uplift you, carry you forward to these higher vibrational energies. Idyllic times are ahead for you. So I think the guidance here is like to trust and know, setting boundaries, threshold protection, and honor. You are protected. Strength energy. You've been doing so well protecting yourself. Just stay in a state of appreciation. Stay in thankfulness for source, for illuminating this path for you, for lighting the way for you, for giving you this inspiration, for all of these wonderful divinely guided messages to make their way to you. I don't think this reading is your only sign or sort of sync that you've received in regards to this. I'm being called to tell you that you're getting signs a lot of ways from source. So pay attention to those. The garden, paradise, there's a lot of abundance ahead. We also had the gentle gardener previously come out for you. So, there's so much indication here of tending to a garden. I think of, how things start from sprouts, time of renewal being spring when gardens are started. So perhaps these big shifts, these coming awake, these times of big inspiration, big passionate energy, the start of something of creation. Maybe that's coming for you in the spring. Again, it's definitely in its incubation phase right now, but it's coming big. Right now, just focus on balancing, staying focused, staying in a positive light as you navigate through these energies. Again, that closure, that cycling out that you've recently had, just trust, stay in appreciation mode regarding all of what's happening for you and what's unfolding, because I'm hearing it serves you. Source wants you to know that you are being guided. Again, that Mother Star card as well, that yes card, says that there may have been a point in time when you lost faith in your guides. So this is reassurance from source that you are being guided. You are being your hand is being taken, I'm hearing, and your spiritual team is right there with you. Source loves you unconditionally. They are your biggest cheerleader. They want to see you succeed. They want everything that you want out of life to happen for you, and they truly are there to support and guide you. What's ahead for you? Peaks of Joy, card 33. So more references to abundance, to Empress energy. It also reduces to number 6, the number of unconditional love. And of course, as I just said, Source loves you unconditionally and is going to ensure that you continue to stay on that path towards experiencing all of this wonderful joy and abundant energy that is coming in for you, pile 1. Really, really wonderful reading. I hope you've enjoyed this reading today. That was your message from source and what they most needed you to hear. I think it was wonderful. Very, very encouraging and exciting. I'm wishing you so much love and joy and abundance in dealing with these energies, navigating through any final cycles closing out. Big energy, big shifts coming. So just stay in receiving mode for that. Stay in appreciation mode, and they're going to come in quicker than you think. If you have enjoyed this reading, I would so love for you to decide to like, share, and subscribe, or even comment. Just engage with my channel. That, of course, gives me the continued inspiration to bring content to you, but it also makes it more possible for others to see the content as well and for the channel to grow. So it's a wonderful energy exchange for this reading today. If you could go ahead and just, again, engage in whatever way you feel called to and guided to do so. I hope to see you in a future reading. And until next time, Pile 1, take care. Bye-bye. Good morning, Pile 2. You chose the Selenite Heart and the beautiful Sacred Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot. And today we are going to be looking into what Source most needs you to hear, what you most need to know, be aware of. Source is going to come through for us, of course, and provide you with whatever insights you most need right at the time of this reading. Whatever the current energy is, this is what you most need to hear. Go ahead and center yourself, ready, and get into receiving mode to take in these insights in the best energy possible. Set your intention that you are open to receiving these messages as intended, and select your sign as well. And you know the drill for that, of course, is selecting something of significance to you that will just, when you see it, it'll affirm the reading for you, that you can take in the messages as true. It can be a person, a place, a name, a number, a tarot card, anything at all, whatever is going to be significant to you, to your current life circumstances, or whatever your intuition tells you is, something that you need. This reading is timeless. And I forgot to say this in pile 1, but just in case you happen to click on the first pile you're drawn to and it doesn't fully resonate, go ahead and select another pile. That is something that happens to me with other readers. Most of the time it's a pretty direct hit, but there's a few times where, and they're wonderful readers I watch frequently, that I trust their insights, obviously, very, very gifted and accurate. But sometimes, for whatever reason, there could just be one main message or, a one-off bit of information that you needed to hear in one particular pile, which is why you were drawn to it. But you'll find that sometimes if the reading doesn't fully resonate, if you go ahead and click on a different pile, that may actually be the pile for you. So I'm not actually sure why I felt guided to say that for this pile. So maybe somebody watching this pile needs to watch a different pile after this one. Who knows? But we're going to go ahead and get started with the tarot, of course. We've got Oracle that we'll bring out. We're going to get some guidance for you as well. But this whole reading is going to be centered on what you most need to know. Pile 1 was wonderful. Really beautiful, loving messages of positivity coming through from Spirit. We love when we give them the open channel to come and present to us whatever we most need to be aware of. They will, of course, whenever we give sort of that open dialogue to them. Source will ensure that whatever we most need to see, hear, be made aware of, that is what comes through, that we receive the clarity that we need. So the fact that you've even been drawn to this reading today tells me that there is a message here within for you that you need to know and be aware of. So welcome, especially if you've never been to the channel before. If you end up enjoying the reading, also make sure to subscribe. I bring readings like this several times a week. I'm trying to do daily or almost daily, but it's whenever I feel inspired and guided to do so. So today's reading for pile 2. Source, tell us whatever pile 2 most needs to know right now. What messages do you have for pile 2? We have the 2 of Wands, Dominion. The 8 of Pentacles, Mastery. The 8 of Pentacles also came out, I believe, in that exact position for pile 1. We have the Moon. We have the Magician. And I'm going to slide these over just slightly so we have more room. And we have the Hierophant. So big energies, 3 majors right off the bat coming out for you. And they're big ones too. And is this totally in shot? There we go. We want to make sure you can see everything. These are beautiful cards. So let's make sure that we can see it all. Clarifying these energies. Ooh. We have the Sun for the 2 of Wands. We have Strength for the 8 of Pentacles. Strength also came out in pile 1. So remember when I talked about that in the very beginning about maybe needing to watch another pile. Maybe that was why I said that, because you guys need to watch pile 1. We have the World for the Moon. We have the 5 of Pentacles, Worry, for the Magician. And we have the 6 of Wands, Victory, for the Hierophant. The overall energy of the reading is the 2 of Cups, Love. From the Enchanted Map Oracle. Love this one by Colette Baron Reed. What messages do you have for pile 2, Spirit? What do you want pile 2 to know? Card 1, Bone Collector. And number 29, Coming to Life. I'm already picking up that there's similarity to pile 1. This is a card that I was very much feeling. It didn't come out in pile 1, but I was thinking this a lot as I was doing the reading. So again, there may be some syncs. And from the Healers of the Earth Oracle, Divine Feminine. This also came out for pile 1, the same energy. And Time to Fly South. Okay, so for pile 2, let's go ahead and get comfortable here. What does pile 2 most need to know, Spirit? I just thought I didn't record. I was checking that I had. So we have the Moon central in this spread, and it's clarified by the World. The World was a very prominent energy again for pile 1. So I think that there's a huge cycle or completion in your life that's shifting out and that's coming to a close. With the Moon energy, this is being very deeply guided and in touch with intuition. The reason I don't read this card, which can also be a card of illusions or confusion, the reason why I'm reading it as strictly intuition is because we also have the Magician here as well as the Hierophant. It's interesting too. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So out of 10 cards, 6 of these are all major arcana. So really, really big energies that Source wants to communicate today. But the reason why I'm seeing this is mostly just intuition is because we have the Magician here, card 1, as well as the Hierophant, card number 5. So the idea of beginnings, we have 2 number 1s here. So something beginning for you and starting and getting inspired. Sort of with Bone Collector, I see this as allowing the old to fall away, you know, taking stock of what's already been and gone. You know, she's holding on to the history or the past of something that no longer remains active in this life. And then she's, you know, got these big indicators, these big symbols of abundance. She's got a bunny, which is prosperity and abundance. She's got the clock situated beside her, which is on 10 and 2. So a 10, again, the number of completion of endings like the world. And number 2, which is about partnership and connection. And we also have several 2s in this reading. Of course, we have the 2 of Wands and we have the 2 of Cups. Love is the underlying energy. So there's big energy of a closure, of something ending, coming to completion, big energy of something new coming in for you, manifestation being possible. You're definitely tapped into intuition, into higher learning, 5s being the number of spirituality, higher learning, transformation, changes. And we do have the 2 of Wands here, dominion. So this is about some type of a choice or decision. It's looking like as part of something that is closing out for you. Source wants you to know that there is a decision that is ahead for you, something that maybe perhaps is giving you some element of anxiety over making that choice or decision, but which is really going to serve you and benefit you in a big, big way. We have the 5 of Pentacles here, which is called worry, and it's clarifying the Magician card, which is this card of being completely empowered, in your power, possessing all the tools needed in order to make things happen. You know, she's got like this sacred geometry pattern going on. She's got the infinity symbol, of course. Just there's such big, big energies here of transformation, of moving forward out of a cycle, of something though that's never ending. I'm going to take a look at what that is specifically, but there's some element of this starting over or this beginning again, these number 1s that gives you anxiety and worry. It's causing you to hesitate in making a choice or decision. But we have dominion as the keyword for this 2 of Wands card. And dominion is all about choice and about governance over self and about taking control. Again, referencing also the Magician. So taking control. And we have the 6 of Wands clarifying the Hierophant. So another card of sort of victory, success, and, you know, I guess positive control, or what is the word I'm getting? Sort of like, my goodness, it's right there. Okay, Spirit, what is it? Conquering something, conquering fear, conquering, you know, this strong desire to move forward, guided by Source. But there's just something earthly going on here. It almost feels like something, especially with this Bone Collector energy, something that relates to something that's either stagnant or that just no longer serves you in the material world that you're releasing so that you can manifest in a bigger way. This is very, very much tied to pile 1. We have the Sun here, which is a beautiful indicator of prosperity, of abundant, loving, warm energy. We also have Strength here, clarifying the 8 of Pentacles. So Strength is a card, again, with featuring the, or should, yes it does, featuring the infinity symbol. There's lots of indications here, excuse me, of cycles, you know, of things never ending, but shifting and changing and transforming into something else. I feel like I need more cards in order to get a better idea for you in particular what's going on. What is this decision in regards to? What is this decision with the 2 of Wands in regards to? So we have the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, and the Hanged One. For the 8 of Pentacles, what is this in regards to? We have the 3 of Cups, abundance. And we have the Lover's energy. So love indicated twice. Number 6, obviously, the number of unconditional love. I'm feeling into these energies. These are very, very complex. And this Moon energy. What is this Moon energy here for? Intuition and what else, Spirit? The 3 of Wands, virtue. And the 6 of Swords, earned success. So we have success and victory indicated here as well. And why is Strength here? the Knight of Wands. You know, the decision is about either remaining stuck or taking charge. And even if you aren't the most prepared or feel the most prepared to take on the challenge of moving into a new phase of life, deciding to do that anyway, because at the end of the tunnel or the end of the rainbow, or, you know, whatever analogy you want to use, at the very end of the day, the sun is going to shine for you, pile 2, and you're going to have success in whatever it is that you're undertaking. There's several indicators of success here. You know, and we also have the card 3 of Cups, abundance. So 8 of Pentacles, mastery. I'm not actually feeling this is related to work. It could be a material-based matter or something in the 3D. So it could be a career, but it could also be something family-related, something related to your personal stability. There's a lot of decision. You know, the Lovers can also be a decision. The 10 of Swords, ruin. So again, another 10 with cycles ending and completing. There's a big energy here that Source wants to convey of closing something out, making a decision to no longer stay stuck and to move forward despite that maybe not feeling entirely comfortable. You know, you don't yet possess the mastery, but what you do possess is a strong resilience and a desire, a really strong desire and inspiration from Source with this Knight of Wands energy to pursue your own abundance and to achieve that, you know, despite what else may be standing in the way. The decision is right there on the cusp. You're ready to make it, and yet I think you resist, you hesitate. I think you keep being pulled back or drawn into something that really truly does need to close out. And yet you're not fully allowing that to do so. Bone collector, yeah, allowing something to fall away, to sort of die and be reborn. The World is a beautiful ending, though. It's a beautiful, you know, sense of completion. It could be bittersweet, you know, whatever it is, which was a very strong message in pile 1. It could be something that, you know, needs to end and you feel at peace with it to a point, but it also is sad because it's something that maybe has been very long standing in your life. You know, the 8 of Pentacles makes me think of something super deeply rooted or that you've had in your field of awareness or your experience in life for quite some time. But if you tune into your intuition, pile 2, you know, you'll see that virtue. What is this virtue card about? This is to have optimism. And again, the sun is an indicator here along with this card. So it's having the optimism, having this almost childlike naivety. It's giving me Fool energy for some reason. You know, as heavy as the moon can be with all of these mixed emotions, again, I mostly felt it as intuition and not so much confusion, but there could be a heaviness as well to the emotions surrounding this closure or this cycle change. But if you can just, you know, keep things a little lighter and have this childlike wonder, this naivety, this just, you know, planned and preparedness, but also this just blind optimism towards whatever it is that you need to start manifesting and moving towards. Trusting in Source to provide and to give you those avenues for success instead of staying in this lack mindset of worry, of stress and anxiety, you will have that success. It's assured for you. You know, the 2 of Cups is often a card of love or romantic love, but for this particular reading, I'm really seeing this as just a nod from Source to say, like, you know, they love you unconditionally. We also had the unconditional love card, number 6, the Lovers. You are supported and guided every step of the way. You are never alone. And I feel like there are times in which you don't necessarily feel the most supported, or you just feel like you're out on an island, or maybe that there's you're as tapped in, again, as intuitive and as tied to spirit as you are on a daily basis. I really do think, you know, with this divine feminine energy coming out, it says yin, receptivity, and lunar qualities. So again, a nod also to the moon energy that presented at the beginning of the reading. You know, you are in this divine feminine power, and you're so deeply tied to this intuitive energy of spirit and connecting and manifesting. And yet I still think sometimes you doubt. But the message here is clear. It's time to fly south, travel, vacation, getting away for a while. It's also a card, number 8. So again, the number of infinity. Even if you're moving on from something, pile 2, I'm guided to say it's not ending forever, because the energy of anything that ever was and ever existed is always still there. And if it's a connection to a particular person, you know, again, the Lovers could be an actual relationship. Whatever it is that you feel still pretty tied to, but that you may be releasing or in the process of deciding on releasing. It's always going to be with you in some form, and you can also keep it. Pure love is pure, this optimism, again, as you push forward. Utilize it as inspiration, utilize it as motivation to continue on your journey. It's time to come to life. This is a card 11. It's a very divine number, about balance, about waking up to what really is. That was a big theme in pile 1 as well, is sort of, we have all these indicators too of illumination with the sun coming out. We have so many elements of enlightenment with the moon, with the hanged man. We have, all this abundance energy coming in for you, success indicated here. Lots of big movement energy as well. It's time to come out of this period of stagnancy. And someone may have asked for a sign of a butterfly, which is right there on the card. Look at how the very bottom has her looking, that looks almost like a statue or like dust. And it's like coming to life, is coming back into full color. And this, inspiration that she feels connected to that sphere, it's almost feeling like connected to source. So coming into the light, coming into awareness and knowledge of the fact that you need to make this decision. But as you do so, you're supported and guided by source, and of course loved by source all the time in everything that you do. And you possess the power that you need to, pile 2, in order to move things forward in the right track towards true success. You are a divine feminine energy. You hold within you the ability to flow with life, to flow with what spirit presents, to give you everything that you desire in a big, big way. There needs to be some big closures. You are in the process of some major cycles closing out and completing. But with that comes, again, this really just benevolent energy, this positive omen of the sun. The sun is the most positive card in tarot, and every time that may have been even a sign for you. And as I say that, we have temperance, alchemy, this big sunflower, which is this beautiful energy, again, that makes me think of the sun, all of this positivity. We have the 2 of Pentacles, change. And we have number 10, another number 10, the wheel. One more. And we have number 4, the Emperor. So again, this is saying, you possess everything. It's coming up right over the Magician. You can stabilize and ground yourself and turn this wheel, shift it, make those changes necessary, and achieve that balance, that alchemy from within. There needs to be more alchemy in your life, more balance. Again, when I got that number 11 reduced with that coming to life card, this is coming to life and coming back into balance with self. The strongest message for you today, pile 2, is Source wants you to know that you possess the power to come back into alignment with self. That is the main message for you. That took a while to get to that, but that was a good one. What else does pile 2 need to know, Source? What else? 4 of Swords, recovery. The 3 of Swords, sorrow. The Knight of Swords. And the 5 of Cups, disappointment. So many repeating cards to pile 1. I suggest you watch pile 1 as well if this resonates at all. So, this is recovering and moving on from loss, from disappointment, from feelings of inadequacy, or from failures, from things not working out as you had hoped. Again, this could be a relationship, or this could be some other areas of your life. You hesitate to make decisions because you don't feel secure or stable enough to do so, to be on your own, or to really trust in the guidance of spirit, that you are a divine being, always protected and really tuned in, and that you can manifest, that you can trust yourself, and you can have faith regardless of where your path leads. By refusing or limiting yourself and holding back from making decisions, pile 2, it's actually not doing anything for you except delaying the inevitable, and really, withholding you from being able to manifest all this beautiful abundance that you so strongly desire and can have. I'm hearing you're a huge manifester. You possess a lot of power to create your reality. You just have to harness that power in the right way. As I say that, the 10 of Pentacles comes out, which is a card of just absolute fulfillment, abundance. We have the root of the power of air, which is the Ace of Swords. We have, truth, the sword of truth, and all of this blue. So this is, awareness, clarity, communication. We have the Five of Swords, defeat. This also came out. So many, like I said, so many cards from pile one. You know, rest before a new journey, Four of Swords, and then we have the Fool over top. So there's a new start ahead for you, one that is so materially abundant, so abundant at the soul level. Pile one was a lot about waking up in terms of, you know, a spiritual path. This is about this is a more, I think, highly evolved individual, but that could resonate for you too, the energy of pile one. But Source wants you to know you're already such a divine being, and you have it within you. It's on the cusp to manifest. It even says 10 of Pentacles, wealth. All of this wealth, all of this abundance, all of this happiness, this is total fulfillment. You know, anything in your past that's made you feel like you're not this supreme manifester, Source just wants you to abandon that now and see the truth. What is the truth that they need to see? The Queen of Wands, and this was the underlying energy for pile one. So the truth is, you're the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Spirit. You possess all of the power, pile two. Absolutely all of it. Oh my goodness. Wonderful, wonderful energy. Let's go ahead and pull some guidance for you. What else do you need to know, pile two? So don't hesitate making those decisions. You're a divine being. You've got this. You're the Queen of Spirit. You are somebody who is on the path. You're on your way. You just have to step into that new beginning because it's waiting for you and you can trust it. Guidance for pile two. Ghost lands. Card 17, another number 8. Number 8 may be a significant number for you as well. You may have asked that as a sign. Coming up over bone collectors. So again, just sort of abandoning whatever is stagnating in your life. And we have another number 11. Sacred pool. There's such a sacredness and a divinity inherently about you and who you are. You're a very gifted person, pile two, and you, oh my goodness, I'm telling you, you're on the fast track. You are somebody who just has such ability to manifest, but it's almost like you have to believe in your own power. That's what makes it work. That's what sort of activates it and kicks it into place. You know, as they say, whether you can or you can't, you're right either way. So this is believing in your power. Belief, you know, your thoughts, your belief system, that equals creation. That equals the power to manifest the reality that you experience. And we have from the Priestess of Light Oracle. Card 5, so another nod to the Hierophant, change and transformation. We have clarity, planning, releasing illusion. So stepping out of the illusion of the past with this 5 of Swords and 5 of Cups, all of these fives that were, you know, difficulty and challenge and strife and needing to come out of those energies. And as I say that, another number 5, number 41, circle of eternal joy, timelessness, dance of life. This is flowing with life finally. This is gaining the clarity of who you are and then flowing and trusting. And we have courage, a number 2. And again, 2s were also significant to you about connection, partnership, service to others, strength, fierceness, and family. Also, I'm guided to tell you, I just recently did a reading. We are in, you know, the month of February at the time of this reading, and I just recently uploaded a video on the 2222 portal activation. That was like a huge reading centered around the same themes for you that are coming through. So like connection, partnership, service to others. 2s in tarot, numerology, and spirituality relate to all of these concepts that we're discussing here in this reading. So if that's resonating for you, what's coming through here, I would go watch that portal activation reading. It is in my my monthly and occasion readings playlist. We have number 10, another number 10, lots of repeating number sequences for you, pile 2. Sacred breath and sound, life force and communication, coming up over that Ace of Swords. And one more, Divine Mother, nurturing, compassion, and grace. This is a card 10 once again. So stepping into power, the courage that you have to pull, you know, push yourself through to move forward onto abundance. Divine Mother, coming up over Divine Feminine. You are a super divine being, pile 2. Highly evolved, really tuned into spirit. There's really, really big energies coming out for you of what could be. And it's almost like you're just standing in your own way slightly. You're continuing to gain clarity. You need to release anything that doesn't serve you. Release the illusion. Release whatever has happened in the past that has made you feel like you're not this beautiful, abundant being that is deserving of all of the abundance and beauty that life has to offer. Source loves you so much and wants that for you. I promise you. That's a main message also for them to have come through for you today. Circle of eternal joy, timelessness, dance of life. So many number 8s, again, reference to that as well. This idea of nothing ending, everything is timeless. This is something that I think your divinity, your strong sense of connection to source, all of this is just such a beautiful, beautiful energy of, everlasting connection to source. You have to trust and believe in that. That is the truth. You need to speak that truth. You need to embody it. You need to share it with others. Again, service is indicated here. You are somebody that needs to be out in the world, sharing, manifesting, doing big things, really stepping into your own divinity, pile 2. You have the courage and the fierceness to do it. It may feel like that's the furthest thing that you could be manifesting right now. You feel, I know that at times you may feel powerful and then your confidence may waver and you may feel like there's no way I could do these things. I have similar, energy that I embody at times, but right here, like, this is somebody who's meant to be out in the world, who's a shining star, who is so powerful, and source wants you to just know, like, you are one powerful person, pile 2, and there's so much ahead for you. This is more talk about like the potential and like all of this abundance and wealth and just beautifulness. The guidance is just to step into your power to be able to access that and unlock it. The timelessness, the dance of life. Enjoy life as it presents. Enjoy the never-ending eternalness of this life, that infinity, that never-ending, cyclical nature of this. Energy is forever, and we're just constantly evolving, constantly changing, and constantly coming back to here to experience more and more life. You finally are in an incarnation where you are coming into a lot of clarity and truth, and you are a super, super divine being. Your destiny is to be out there, to be utilizing your gifts, to be sharing all of your intuition. I just saw this dolphin here, a very intuitive animal. Sacred breath and sound, life force and communication. Your life's work, your life purpose, your life path, everything is guiding you towards this sacred pool. So many indicators of true divinity here, of destiny. The ghost lands, this is where you were. This isn't where you belong. You belong manifesting. There is too much goodness that you possess, pile 2, to stay stuck. You have to trust, though. So come into your sacred truth and continue to foster that relationship with source, because again, they love you so much and they want the very best for you, and they're going to help you achieve it. They're always there to support you, but you have to believe it first. Pile 2, this was an incredible reading. I've loved it so, so much. I hope that it's resonated with you and given you some really wonderful clarity, awareness, insights, and just encouragement moving forward as you deal with these energies. That was your message from source, what they needed you to know most. And if you have enjoyed the reading, I would so love for you to like, share, and subscribe if you are new. Engage with the channel. Go ahead and comment if that calls to you, to share your story with me of how this resonates for you. I love hearing it. It encourages me. It inspires me to continue bringing content. And of course, any engagement also makes the channel come up and be more widely shared with the collective so that they can get these messages as well. Until next time, I'm sending you so much loving energy, pile 2. I hope you take good care of yourself. And until next time, bye-bye. Hi, pile 3. You chose the Aeipathy and the Pacific Northwest Tarot. Beautiful independent deck that I haven't used very much on the channel. So I was like, why not bring that back out? It's beautiful. Featuring all animals and like this noir kind of style to the edging. It's really, really stunning. So we are asking today whatever spirit most wants you to know, whatever needs to come through for you, whatever you need to be aware of most right now. Piles 1 and 2 were both wonderful, slightly different messages, but somewhat connected as well. I'm wondering and excited to see what pile 3 is going to be. So before we get started, I'd like you to set the intention that you're ready to receive the messages that are going to come through for you today, that you are open to receiving what presents from Spirit. And then once you've done that, also select your signs. So you know the drill for that. That could be anything. That could, you could even pick an animal because this deck features a lot of animals. So that may be an easier sign for you, but it could be a name, a person, an object, a number, a specific tarot card, anything that's going to resonate for you and be able to affirm the reading as true for you when you see it, whatever is significant to you personally. That's what you choose, or whatever your intuition calls and tells you to select as well. And we're going to, of course, start with the tarot, get some oracle cards, but main thing is we're going to keep it open for Source to come in and share with you whatever you most need to hear right now, whatever you most need to be aware of. So for pile 3, Spirit, what does pile 3 most need to know right now? My goodness, this deck is not the easiest to shuffle. I'll only do it one more time, then we'll get going. Okay. Oh my goodness, look at this. I'm in a mess here. Okay, there we go. All right, pile 3. What does pile 3 most need to know right now, Spirit? What do you want to share? What messages do you have for pile 3? We have the 6 of Pentacles. There we are. We have the King of Cups. Beautiful card. Queen of Swords. The Magician. The Magician, I believe, has come out in all piles today. And the 6 of Wands. That also came out for pile 2. A lot of syncs in the cards that are presenting the energies. Let's just go ahead and move those up slightly. Okay, clarifying these energies. That's just going to bug me if it's not looking how it needs to. So, excuse me for just a moment while I fix my cards. When they look nice, that just makes me feel more at ease and at peace. Okay, clarifying. The 6 of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups. So lots of water energy already presenting, which is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. 8 of Cups. The Page of Swords. So Swords energy as well, which is air, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have a pretty even distribution. We have mostly cups, but we have Pentacles energy, also Earth energy, which is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And then more swords, the 4 of Swords for the 6 of Wands. The underlying energy supporting the reading is the Ace of Wands, our first fiery energy finally coming out, really. 6 of Wands as well, presenting. And from the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Oh, we have one that wants to fly out, so we'll take it. Sad Embrace, card 45, which reduces to number 9. So some solitude, isolation might be indicated here somehow, but we'll get the full story in a moment. And yeah, definitely Deep Freeze, card 26, which reduces to 8. And from the Healers of the Earth Oracle, what do you most need pile 3 to know, Spirit? Dolphin Song. This is the second dolphin that's come out, or porpoise. That could have been a sign for you. Listening, guidance, and clairaudience. Caught in her web. Manipulation, drama, and intrigue. This came out also for pile 1. So, For pile 3, what do you most need to know right now from Source? Let's feel into these energies. I feel like there's a big message here. For you, pile 3, I'm feeling like you've closed yourself off from others, from the world. You're in this Queen of Swords energy, which is clarified by the Page of Swords. This is someone very emotionally distant, cold, critical. I'm hearing cynical. So you've been in a low place for a while, and we had this number 9 card. So 45 reducing to 9, sad embrace. This is somebody where, their world is blue or dark and gray. They're feeling isolated. They're feeling sad. They're feeling down. Depression is definitely indicated and coming through here, especially also with all this watery energy, tying back to the moon, which is Cancerian, which can also represent mental illness. We have card 8, which is 26 here, deep freeze. So this is just feeling stuck, feeling again cold, frozen out, feeling sad and dejected, maybe depressed or demotivated. There's been a lot of sadness going on in your life recently. We have so much Cups energy. So there's someone that you give to a lot. With the 6 of Pentacles energy, this doesn't feel like an even energy exchange to me. The Knight of Cups I'm seeing is your energy. So somebody who's very, very expressive, who even despite all of this kind of emotionally turbulent energy that you find yourself in, you're someone who's, I'm hearing a shining star in life. You care very deeply for people. You have a very strong empathic sense as well. You are somebody who loves to make others feel good, but there's always been this undertone of sadness to you. And I think you ultimately just would love to get back even 1/10 of what you give to others for yourself. So there's an imbalance in the energetic exchange that you experience in regards to others. I don't think this is just related to any one particular person or connection. This feels like collectively. And we have the Magician here clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. So this gives me reference to what you're manifesting in your material realm, in family life or home life, in work perhaps, just in your physical grounded state of abundance within this world, how you're showing up and how your life experience is going for you. So normally the 10 of Pentacles is a really beautiful card of, abundant energy, success, wealth, complete and total fulfillment emotionally in life, feeling secure and grounded. And the Magician energy is another beautiful energy about someone manifesting and being a deliberate creator, having the tools necessary to bring forth this energy of this abundance and of this prosperity and this beautiful happiness. And yet it doesn't feel like that's where your life is right now. Someone's either walked away from you or you've walked away from someone with this 8 of Cups energy, and the King of Cups is someone obviously very deeply tied to you. This could be anybody. This could be a partner. This could be a child I'm hearing for some of you. Oh my goodness, as I say that. I just got chills. Okay, someone may be watching this pile that I know. And if that's the case, that was definitely a message for them. So this would be somebody, it could be an adult child, it could be a partner, it could be a friend, anybody who you have a very strong attachment to, a very deep connection with, that sort of, set off on a journey, maybe moved away from you, or you've had to move away from them. Either way, there's a disconnect indicated here. It's just a lot of heaviness right now for you in life. What Spirit wants you to know about this, you're kind of like, okay, why do I need to know how much my life is sucking? Well, the reason being is because what it's telling me is that after a period of rest, you're kind of in a state of, again, isolation, being a bit withdrawn, maybe feeling very demotivated. You are going to wake up and come back to life. Pile 3, there will be success and moving forward, moving back into this really well-aspected Magician energy of manifesting this material abundance, this happiness. This is sustainable happiness, by the way. I like seeing this better than the 10 of Cups, because the 10 of Cups, while it's wonderful, and it represents total emotional fulfillment. The Cups energy can be very watery, obviously very wishy-washy, so it's not as grounded and sustainable as is the Pentacles suit. So seeing the Ten of Pentacles here with the Magician is, I think, a very encouraging sort of message from Spirit that this is what you have capable of, you know, coming into your experience. This is what you have the ability to manifest and make happen after a period of rest, kind of taking the time to work through these difficult energies. Know that success can be yours. You're very deeply connected to your intuition. And I think that, you know, even you are struggling right now, and that's creating further sort of feelings of disassociativeness or isolation, and that you're feeling so hesitant or questioning, unsure of yourself, unsure of your intuition, not knowing which way to go in life and what's real and what's not. Every time I get this card, which has come out in pile 1 as well, caught in her web, manipulation, drama, and intrigue. There may be drama in your life, and that could be why somebody stepped away from you or you stepped away from someone. But a lot of times when I see this card, this makes me think of self-deception, of somebody who is under, you know, laboring illusions that are not accurate, that are maybe, if you're very anxious, creating worst case scenarios, kind of having like a doomsday sort of an outlook, very much like the sky is falling, catastrophic thinking, everything is not as it seems for you, and you're kind of, again, your life is very much in shades of gray. You're feeling very blue. You're not seeing things clearly. You're not seeing this beautiful, you know, abundant growth and wonderful prosperous energy that can be had. You know, this Ace of Wands is what underlines the entire reading. This is someone who has like this fiery, passionate divinity to them, this inspiration, like this vitality for life. You know, with the wand suit being fire, that's related to the sign of Spirit. So this is like divine inspiration that's going to be coming back to you. Right now, you're kind of lacking that a bit, but it's going to come back to you shortly, I'm hearing. It's just sort of on hiatus right now. There's a hibernation. There's sort of an incubation, but incubation almost implies that there's still growth underneath the surface. And so for Source to give that to me tells me that things are still moving energetically, despite it seeming like everything's at a standstill or that it's stuck. That seems to be an important message. There is going to be a new beginning for you soon. There is going to be this spark of awakening, this new fire, this new light that dawns after this really dark time in your life. That's the strong message for you today. Let's go ahead and see what else Source wants you to know, pile 3. What other messages do you have for pile 3, please? More cups. We have the Page of Cups. Again, more references to children. We have the 7 of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and Temperance. So already here we have balance being restored, and material, or just security and groundedness in the material realm, all coming through here for you, pile 3. You know, coming out of this period of anxiety, this intense anxiety with the 9 of Swords that you're facing. Again, mental illness is definitely indicated here. And again, I also am getting this vibe with this 7 of Swords is like this idea of self-deception. There's something you're not seeing clearly about a situation. I think overall your perception's a little distorted right now. You're not as tuned in or tapped into your intuition as you normally are. It's giving you more anxiety. You're more unsure. You're more in a state of confusion and lack of clarity. Yeah, this is also giving me indications of like the underdevelopment of intuition right now. So Cups energy being emotional, intuitive, mind and body. So remember in the first part of the reading with this Knight of Cups, this was you and your energy of how you show up in the world. I don't even think you're at this level right now, this Knight of Cups, where you have all of this energetic output that you're giving to others. Again, I think it's very much where you're feeling very insecure. You know, pages are mostly children. They're the underdeveloped, unskilled. They're learning. You're just not feeling as connected as you once were, which is really sad. That makes me very sad for you, pile 3, because you know, we're always connected to Source, but if we pinch ourselves off, you know, if we allow ourselves to ride around in this anxious state, and I've been there, so I know what that feels like. That's really hard. So I want to help make this okay. And I want to get you some more encouraging messages. I think that camera is bouncing around like crazy. If so, I'm sorry. Ah, you could have asked for butterflies as your sign. Look at this beautiful card, this Three of Cups. I want some encouraging words from Source for you about this, because I know this is hard for you. Don't give up. That's the main message now. Nine of Wands. The Eight of Swords. Everything just feels stuck right now, but you just have yourself stuck. Actually, you have very much the ability to work towards your goals with the Eight of Pentacles and achieve that balance. You have the ability to you know, heal with the Star here and maintain or regain that equilibrium, that inner sense of peace and stability that you once had. You can be happy again. I think that's really important for you to hear too. It may have to evolve and look differently than how it did previously, especially if there's been some, you know, major life shifts, or if someone's walked away from you and isn't returning, or if there is something in your life that has changed in a very big way. It may feel as though, you know, like, what do I do now? What's next? You know, Spirit just wants you to know that regardless, happiness is in the cards for you. Literally, it's coming. You're just sort of in a period of, you're in a state of, you're like in a hold pattern. It's sort of a state of, I wanted to say flux. Why would I say that? That's very interesting. Queen of Wands, the Empress, the Emperor. Oh my goodness, a divine couple coming out there. That's interesting. The Tower. And the Five of Swords. We have the Devil on the bottom, and that feels really important for me because this is the idea of temptation. When I've pulled this card before, the Devil card in this deck, these are what I think are those Asian beetles that are resembling ladybugs. Ladybugs are benevolent, beautiful creatures that are just very passive, very, you know, they have a good energy to them. These little imposters that assume the role of a ladybug and look like them, but are actually quite destructive, as you can see what they're doing to all these leaves, gives me the idea of something kind of riding around in the background or creeping beneath the surface that may not initially appear to be as damaging as it is, or maybe that's what part of the illusion is for you of what you are, you know, sort of under a misimpression about or misinterpreting, is that something that you are deeply attached to that I think is kind of contributing to all of this low level energy right now. Very difficult for you to come out of or to release, and yet you know that you need to. And then Five of Swords energy, it's very difficult for you to actually take that leap, take that step to do that, even though you know that it serves you, because this is a damaging energy for you. What I wanted to say earlier, you know, that flux. Okay, so flux is actually the idea of something being in motion. So to say that you're in a state of flux, I just think you're in a state of transition, and yet it may not fully feel like anything is moving forward. But again, that message came out for you, pile 3, that actually everything is just beneath the surface. It's not manifesting outwardly yet into your material realm. With that Magician and 10 of Pentacles, though, that energy is coming later. It's coming up over the Tower. So there may be another big shift coming for you. Possibly another big spiritual awakening, definitely coming out of and breaking these illusions that you've been stuck in, that have maybe been contributing to this low energy that you've been in. You are a Queen of Wands, so even though you may be in sort of a hold pattern right now, in sort of a state of stillness, you are somebody who's extremely abundant. I'm actually seeing these two energies. I said a divine couple, but this also represents the divine energies of both masculine and feminine that reside in all of us. You are a Queen of Wands, a Queen of Fire, a Queen of Spirit. She's come out, I think, in all piles today as well. But this is the idea of balancing your own energies. So having the divine feminine energy is that, you know, again, tuning deeply into intuition, having that emotional openness to life, having balance in your receptivity to life so that you can manifest all of this abundance. And then also having that wonderful yang masculine energy, which is your drive, your inspiration, your ability to move beyond limitations you've set for yourself with that 8 of Swords that came out earlier, and step into success with the 6 of Wands, for you to move on from anything that no longer serves you or that is damaging and destructive to your peace of mind or to your energetic state, so that you can come into better energy and be in a better place, pile 3. Let's go ahead and get you some guidance, because we need to obviously help you navigate and support you through these energies. What does pile 3 need to know regarding these energies? What advice do you have for them, pile 3? or for pile 3 source. We have number 9, Stormfield. So again, another number 9. More solitude is indicated. More stepping back. And another number 9, encouragement. So first of all, before I even pull any more, what I'm hearing is you're going to continue to be sort of feeling like an island. Like you're out there on your own. That there's not a lot of support in the 3D for you as you navigate through some challenges in life. And you know what I guess is the main message with this is that despite any storm you're encountering, you can clear the path yourself to avoid destruction. Again, move away from that devil energy, and you're going to avoid the path that's most damaging, that's most dangerous, and move into serenity and into calmness and into more stable energy. Source is coming through to encourage you, to show you that even, you know, if you don't have a lot of support and love in the 3D, you always have it with Source. Source loves you unconditionally, and they're always there for you, pile 3. They are encouraging you, they are supporting you, they are rooting for you, and they want all of your desires to manifest. Absolutely everything that you want. Don't ever for a second believe that, you know, you can't get what you're hoping for. It's just, I think that sometimes, again, you are not in a state of receptivity. You're not in touch fully with your intuition. There's certain things that I think you resist moving forward from, or that you resist taking action towards or with. You need to stay in that Queen of Wands energy, because that's the energy of a manifester, the magician as well. Again, that came forward in the very beginning to show you that Source supports you and is going to help you achieve all of your dreams, and that you can have that. That's the main message as well today. But there's a lot of things that need releasing. I recently did a reading for the 2222 portal activation, which we just had a few days ago. If you're seeing this around the time that it was uploaded, and you know, that was a video on what you need to release and heal during this portal activation. Take advantage of those strong energetic shifts, that strong energy that's presenting right now with that portal activation, and make good use of it so that you can release all of this negativity, and you can fast track yourself to get into this receiving mode, get into this empowered sort of creator state that allows you to manifest, get back into that Empress energy. The stableness, the abundance, everything, all of it can come to you again. You can get back into, you know, where you need to be. But you've got to clear the path. You've got to clear the way. There's a lot of stuff in your way. We have 9, 10, 11, 12, card 13, which reduces to 4, about stability here. Achievement, effort plus intention. So this is to say, you know, take inspired action. Obviously, success is not equated to how hard we work, but it's in what type of work we do. So the effort plus intention, taking inspired action, having sincere intention is going to move you through these energies. I know it's hard when you feel stuck or when you feel really low, but you've got to find a way to move forward. Innovation, new creations, card 20. So you have the ability to create, and you are a very creative person, I'm hearing. So you have very much like this capability to create the reality that you want to see. You know, you have the intuitive backing, you're very connected to Source. It's just been a little bit distorted, a little bit pinched off, but you have that ability to create. You're very innovative, you're very skilled, you possess a lot of talents and gifts, and you need to utilize those. That's more of that divine Empress, divine feminine energy coming through. We have another card, number 10, 46 reducing to 10, a completion, healing earth, the power to give and receive healing. So you could be a light worker, you could be a healer. Again, when we opened up the spread for your reading, it was the 6 of Pentacles. So how you show up in the world and how you exchange energetically with others, how you support the collective perhaps, or how you show up for others in service. Again, that portal activation reading was also embodying the energy of 2 right here. So about creating, about manifesting, about coming together in partnership and connection with others, in service to others. So again, that's a very strong message that you may want to watch that reading if you haven't. But, you know, healing, giving and receiving, how you're showing up in the world, the energy you can give to others. You may want to work in a service-oriented field. You may want to support and serve the collective in some capacity. You may be a healer. You may you know, have some type of divine sort of call to step into a role of a higher level that allows you to embody a more positive energy that also makes use of those empathic abilities that you have, where you can aid others and support others. You know, and I do think that that service-oriented work helps you in some way to just feel more worthiness, obviously. It rewards you and it makes you feel purposeful, but it also is healing a deep core wound that I think you have, which is centered around a lot of, you know, self-esteem, again, depression or anxiety. So just a sense of lack, a sense of, you know, you not feeling that love or getting that love in the 3D. Again, that encouragement card came through as well to say, you know, no matter what, Spirit's got you, Source has your back, the universe is always looking out for you and working things out in your favor. So even if you're not seeing it in your material world from others, you just lean more into yourself. And as you heal yourself as well, pile 3, you can heal others and you can heal your experience, what you see coming out around you. 33, which is more Empress energy, also reduces to number 6, the number of unconditional love, and Source does love you and encourages you unconditionally. They support you always. Building your world, more creation, expansion, and networking is indicated here. So again, there's very strong ties here to getting out in the collective, creating, expanding your horizons, getting out of these lower level energies, this stuckness, focusing on areas of your life where things aren't going well. Remember how we also opened up with you being Queen of Swords energy. This is someone very cold or distant feeling, not fully connected to intuitions, you know, sitting in states of illusion, depression, anxiety, worry. Building your world is kind of like a start over, knowing you're a manifester and you can create with that divine feminine, that Empress energy, and you can expand your consciousness, you can grow, and you can be of service to others in your world. You can do something really beautiful, pile 3, which is going to help heal you and heal others at the same time. I think the biggest thing, the biggest message coming through is just the idea of release. Let's get one more to close it off for pile 3. So yeah, duality, many meanings and misunderstanding. It's a card number 9. Again, solitude indicated here. I think there's a lot of reflection time needed for you, pile 3. I think that you often seek outside sources for validation or for reassurance or companionship. It's hard for you to sit in your own energy for one reason or another. Duality is many meanings. So the idea of almost like a double-edged sword is what I'm getting. And again, this devil energy too. Something not being as it appears, and a lot of illusions. So misinterpreting and misseeing a lot of things in your life, either seeing things that are more negative as less negative or damaging and engaging more with those when you shouldn't, and also not being clear in your desires or being able to see fully your ability to manifest, not being in a constant state of receiving and appreciation so that you can fully embrace all of the good things happening in your life, so you can get more of that, so you can be that deliberate creator, and you can come out of this difficult energy and get that 10 of Pentacles. It's a really beautiful fulfillment in the real world that you're seeking. So pile 3, I hope that this reading has been of help to you, that it's provided you with some clarity. That was your message from Spirit, from Source, that you needed to hear most. If you have enjoyed the reading and if it's resonated, I would love for you to decide to stick around, to like, share, subscribe, and engage with the channel so you can receive more notification when I post content, and also to help this content be shared more widely in the collective. So if you choose to do that, I greatly appreciate it. It's a wonderful energy exchange for the readings provided here, and I so enjoy connecting, so I hope to see you in a future reading. In the meantime, I am sending you so much loving energy, healing energy as you navigate through all of these difficulties you're experiencing. Get out on the other side of it. Get ahead of it, as Esther Hicks says, so you can start manifesting big, because that's really indicated for you, pile 3. In the meantime, I hope you take really